Right now, you may find yourself feeling a profound sense of disconnection, especially when it comes to matters of love and emotional closeness. This feeling can be confusing and even painful, but it is not without purpose. It's part of a greater spiritual process, a divine redirection rather than a rejection. You and your person are being called to go inward, to embark on separate yet parallel journeys of inner alignment and healing. Your person is currently being guided to connect deeply with their inner divine feminine energy. This inner feminine essence is about nurturing, receiving, feeling, and healing. It's a soft yet powerful force that requires quiet, introspection, and a willingness to sit with emotions that may have been buried or overlooked. They're being drawn inward so they can learn to hold space for themselves, release emotional wounds, and embrace the full depth of their intuitive and emotional selves. Meanwhile, you are being asked to step into your divine masculine energy. This doesn't mean becoming rigid or overly assertive, but rather cultivating a healthy, empowered version of your masculine self, one that stands strong in self-support, motivation, clarity, and purpose. You are being guided to become your own anchor, to take ownership of your life and the vision you hold for your future. This masculine energy is what balances the feminine within you. It gives structure to your passion and form to your dreams. The universe is not separating you and your person out of cruelty. It's orchestrating a sacred balancing act that requires both of you to tend to your inner worlds before you can truly harmonize in your outer connection. At this point in your spiritual journey, you are both being divinely guided towards self-actualization. This means stepping fully into who you are meant to be, not who others expect you to be, or who you've been out of habit or survival, but your most authentic, empowered self. The road ahead is asking both of you to focus on your individual paths, to discover what lights you up, what you're passionate about, and what your soul came here to express. This is a time to build something real and lasting from within, to align with your purpose and to create a life that reflects your true essence. In order to do that, it's essential to establish a clear vision, not just for your relationship, but for your entire life. What do you want to feel every day? How do you want to show up for yourself? What are your gifts, and how can you share them with the world? Your spirit guides are surrounding you now with wisdom and encouragement. They're reminding you that clarity comes from within and that now is the time to plant seeds for the future. This period may feel quiet, even lonely at times, but it is rich with potential. You're receiving energetic upgrades, spiritual activations that are helping you shed old skin and expand into a new version of yourself. These shifts can feel intense, especially when they involve letting go of parts of your life that once felt safe or familiar. But trust that what is leaving your life is making space for something far greater. Your person is also undergoing a powerful transformation. They are being energetically pushed to release lingering karmic attachments that no longer serve them. This may take the form of limiting beliefs about love or self-worth, third-party dynamics that complicate their emotional availability, or toxic patterns they've held onto out of fear or habit. Their soul is ready to evolve, but that growth often comes with discomfort. They may feel overwhelmed or uncertain, but this is part of their cleansing and awakening. As they clear away this karmic residue, they make space for more love, truth, and authenticity, not just in your connection, but in their entire life. Though it may feel like you're growing apart, the reality is that you're both growing deeper into yourselves. This is sacred work. You are not being pulled away from love, but rather being prepared to meet love in a way that is fuller, healthier, and more aligned with your highest selves. The divine masculine and feminine within each of you are being called to rise, to meet one another in balance, not codependence. When each of you stands in your own power, rooted in your own purpose, the foundation of your connection will be that much stronger. So, allow this time to be what it is, a sacred pause for soul work. Trust in the process, trust in the timing, and most importantly, trust in yourself. You are not alone. This journey, though challenging, is leading you exactly where you're meant to be. I wish you were here with me right now. The emptiness I feel in your absence is overwhelming. My soul aches for you in ways that words can barely capture. Every night feels unbearably long without you lying next to me. The silence is loud, and the loneliness sinks in deep. I find myself reaching out in the darkness, hoping that somehow you'll feel the pull of my heart calling out to yours. I miss your energy, your presence, the simple comfort of knowing you're close. You brought peace into my chaos, and now, without you, everything feels disoriented. I hate that I hurt you. It pains me more than you can imagine. Please, don't give up on us. What we shared was more than just a fleeting moment, it was real, powerful, and sacred. I know I made mistakes, and I carry the weight of them every single day, but I also know that what we had, and still have, is something rare and worth fighting for. I'm a mess without you. I try to keep myself busy, to stay distracted, but no matter what I do, I can't get you out of my mind. You're in my thoughts constantly, morning, night, and every moment in between. There are days when I feel like I'm talking to you in my mind, sending you silent prayers and waves of unconditional love. I wonder if you can feel it, if the universe delivers my energy to you in little whispers through the wind, or in moments that suddenly feel like déjà vu. I believe with all my heart that we're still connected. Even through the silence, the distance, and the uncertainty, my heart still reaches out for yours. I never stopped loving you. In fact, my love has only grown stronger. It's deepened, matured, and become more patient and compassionate with time. I know that you came into my life for a reason far beyond the physical. You showed up when my soul needed something divine, something healing. You helped me see parts of myself that I had long buried, parts one didn't even realize needed to be acknowledged and loved. You are a divine soul to me, my mirror, my guide, my angel. I will never stop being grateful for what you stirred in me. Even in our distance, you continue to inspire me. I've come to realize that sometimes the deepest connections don't always follow a straight path. Sometimes we separate, not out of apathy or indifference, but because growth demands it. I never meant to ghost you. That was never my intention. Walking away was one of the hardest things I've ever had to do. I didn't do it out of a lack of love, I did it because I believed we both needed time to heal, to grow, and to become whole within ourselves. I wanted us to have the space to find our own inner strength, our independence, so that if and when we came back together, we would be stronger than ever, individually and together. Still, I feel your love surrounding me. I carry it like a cloak around my heart, reminding me of what's possible, of the beauty and potential we still hold. And now, I can no longer hold back the truth in my heart. You changed me, in the most profound way. You inspired me to become better, to look at myself more honestly, and to live with more intention. Your love, even in memory, has been a guiding light. But I don't want it to remain just a memory. I want to bring it back into the present. I want to rebuild what we had, only stronger, more grounded, and with deeper understanding. I want to communicate with you openly, hold you honestly, and support you unconditionally. I'm not expecting things to go back to how they were. In fact, I don't want that. I want something better, something evolved. Something that reflects the growth we've both gone through. I want us to build a new foundation rooted in trust, truth, vulnerability, and love. Please know that nothing will interfere with the love I have for you. No outside force, no fear, no doubt, none of it can break what we share. Because what we have is not just ordinary love, it's something eternal. It's mutual, sacred, and deeply spiritual. I feel that with every fiber of my being. There's a reason we crossed paths. There's a reason we still think of each other. That reason isn't gone, it's still alive, waiting for us to choose it again. So here I am, with my heart open, hoping you can feel all of this. Hoping you understand how much you still mean to me. Hoping that, in time, we can find our way back to each other, not out of need or desperation, but out of a love that is real, mature, and meant to be. I believe in us, and I always will. Your partner wants you to know something they've struggled to express for a long time. It hasn't been easy for them to open up, but they're finding the courage now because of the love they feel for you. In the past, they allowed the voices and opinions of others, along with their own fears and insecurities, to cloud their judgment. They were hesitant, unsure, and emotionally guarded. Commitment felt like a heavy word, something they weren't sure they were capable of giving, not because you weren't worth it, but because they didn't fully trust themselves. They feared the vulnerability that comes with deep emotional connection, and they worried about losing themselves or being hurt. But something has shifted within them. What they're coming to realize is that your love has been a guiding light, silently encouraging them to be brave enough to face what they truly feel. It's your presence, your energy, your patience, and your unwavering love that have helped them see things more clearly. You've touched them in ways no one else ever has. You've awakened something inside of them that was once buried under fear and doubt. They want you to know that they think of you constantly, often in ways they never expected. When they hear romantic songs, especially those with lyrics about longing, love, or healing, they immediately think of you. Sad songs bring you to mind too, not because you bring them sadness, but because those songs reflect the depth of emotion they feel when they miss you or reflect on the times they may have unintentionally hurt you. Your memory is also triggered by quotes about love, soul connections, and emotional bonds. Whether they're scrolling through social media or reading something in a book, whenever those themes arise, it's you they see. You're everywhere to them, in music, in words, in moments of silence. It feels as if you're a part of their soul, always present in some way even when you're physically apart. They often imagine a future where you both stand side by side, not just as lovers, but as partners, as a team, as a power couple capable of overcoming anything. This vision of the two of you inspires them every day. It fuels their ambition, strengthens their resolve, and keeps them moving forward. They know you both have potential not just as individuals, but together, and they are actively working, sometimes quietly, sometimes behind the scenes, to turn that vision into something real and lasting. The dreams they have of building a life with you are not just fantasies. They are goals. They are intentions. They are blueprints for the future they're trying to create. Whether it's in their career, personal growth, or healing from past wounds, they are putting in the effort with you in mind. Every step they take, they're hoping it brings them closer to you. What they haven't always been able to say is how much they struggle on a daily basis. Not because of you, but because of the distance, be it emotional or physical, and because of the guilt and regret that sometimes weighs heavily on their heart. They battle with themselves silently, questioning past choices and wondering how to make things right. They long to close the gap between you, to erase the misunderstandings and miscommunications, and to let things flow naturally again. They want the ease, the joy, and the peace that only your connection can bring. Every day, they feel the desire to reach out, to say something meaningful, to show you how much you mean to them. But sometimes, they hold back, not because they don't care, but because they care so deeply they're afraid of saying the wrong thing, or of being too vulnerable too fast. despite all of that, their heart is filled with hope. They're not giving up on this love, on you, or on the bond you share. In fact, they're holding on to it more fiercely than ever. And they want you to know that everything they're doing now is with you in mind. Whether they show it or not, they're trying to grow into someone who can love you the way you deserve to be loved, freely, fully, and fearlessly. They see the value of your connection now more than ever. And they are grateful for your patience, your presence, and your willingness to hold space for them while they work through their own internal battles. So if you ever doubt their love, remember this: it's your love that made them brave. It's your energy that helped them open their heart. And no matter how quiet they may seem at times, their soul is calling out to yours every single day. They're on a journey back to you, and they're willing to fight for this love with everything they've got.